Hello everyone and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. Today we're sipping on chamomile tea as we watch the Viper playing as the blue Magyars prepare to take on Hearttt playing as the red Malay. Now while the players herd their herdables, explore their immediate surroundings, and try to go up to Feudal as fast as possible, let's take a look at the respective civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Magyars are a fast-paced, mounted civilization with a few features that make them potentially very hard to deal with in the late game. To start with, Magyar scouts, light cav, and hussars are all cheaper, and they get all melee attack upgrades, meaning forging, iron casting, and blast furnace for free, which saves them not only a ridiculous amount of resources, but also the time required to research these upgrades. Now, Magyar cavalry archers can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their unique unit is the Magyar Hussar, a light cavalry unit that's similar to, but a bit stronger than, a regular Hussar, except that its attack bonus is against siege units, not monks, and it does cost a little bit of gold, although it can be upgraded to cost no gold at all. Now, to help support its horse-based army, Magyar villagers can be more aggressive out on the map earlier in the game because they do require only one hit of their swashbuckling sword to kill any kind of aggressive animal on the map, such as this lion who has turned his back to us, being very disrespectful. Now, opposing the Viper, we have Hearttt playing as the red Malay, primarily a naval civilization that comes with a few late game land features that are incredibly powerful. To start with, Malay battle elephants become progressively cheaper starting in Castle, all the way up to 40% cheaper in Imperial. Second, their militia line units can be upgraded to cost no gold, only food. And while they don't have champions, this upgrade, when combined with supplies, essentially turns their two-handed swordsman into a fairly cheap trash unit that only costs 65 food. And lastly, to help raid their opponent's base, the Malay can turn to their unique unit, the Karambit Warrior, an incredibly cheap, super fast, but overall kind of weak infantry unit that only takes up half a population space. So if you have 20 of them, for example, they only take up 10 population room. Now, in order to help you get these late game features and upgrades as soon as possible, the Malay do advance to the next age 66% faster than normal, which means you can either rush up to the next stage, or if you prefer to focus on your economy for a little bit, you can always catch up to your opponent because it does take you much less time to go up in age. Now, while we've been reviewing the civ features, both players sitting on the exact same villager count, continuing to herd their herdables and build up their economy, the Viper out on the map, exploring, trying to locate his opponent. Let's keep an eye on his vision. His opponent, not yet out on the map, although just now starting to. Oh, the two scouts just barely missing each other. The Viper will, let's see if he how readily he locates his opponent. No, turns around. Okay, located the primary stone pile, but then turns around. Okay, let's take a look at our players' bases, see if anyone is in a particular advantage or disadvantage to the other. Viper completely open here to the northeast, to the east, and to the south, attempting a, I don't even know whether to call this a wall-off, but some kind of encumbrance out on the map to make it difficult for his opponent to just easily insert himself into his base, although that may not be all that it's chopped up to be, because again, take a look at how open his base is. Gold nice and secure in the back, but primary stone very far off campus might be a bit of a problem for Viper. Let's take a look at Heartt's base. Also completely open to the west, completely open to the north, although easier to wall off here, easier to wall off on the south. Primary gold, nice and safe, close to the town center. And like I said a second ago, primary stone right here, also very far off campus. So both players here sitting at an equally disadvantaged, I would say, proximity to their primary resources. So we'll leave it up to the players to decide how they want to move forward. And hopefully we're in for a nice, fun game. For now, though, Viper moving forward with two militia and his scout cavalry. He is attacking this lumberjack line here. Is this open? Probably not, otherwise the Viper would have attacked into there. And now he's shifting his focus onto this adorable yellow lemon bush with its pretty blue butterflies. And in he comes with his militia. Let's see what he can get done. Nope, decides to decides to back away, then decides to double back and comes back again. For now, Hearttt just hanging out in the back of Viper's base. I mean, he's seen generally the outline. He knows this is a player. Take a look at their elos. These are players who can identify where their opponent's bases are by a few structures and the location of resources. So he knows exactly where the Viper is. The Viper with a very interesting location for a house, a very far off campus. I wonder why that far off campus, though. For now, Hearttt being first to hit Feudal in about 20 seconds. We'll see what he decides to do. Both of them going above and beyond the standard 20 villagers. Hearttt on the back of 22, the Viper on the back of 21. And we'll see the Malay here. I mean, take a look at the elos. The Viper is the favorite to win here, 2694 to 2586. Civilization-wise, I would say also the Viper here would be the favorite if he can put on any kind of mid-game aggression. The Malay are quite powerful in the later stages of the game, and like I said, they can get to those later stages of the game very quickly because of their bonus of going up to the next stage, basically 66% faster, 2/3 faster. The question is, will Hearttt even have an opportunity to here, because the Viper is still circling. The Viper now pumping out his first Spearman, continuing to get economic upgrades. Okay. So neither player really interested at the moment in putting on any kind of feudal age aggression, although archers coming out for our red Malay, 3 in total. They are inside the archery range, has not revealed them yet. We'll see what happens when these militia, though, approach the archery range. Will he release them? Will he kill these militia? For now, though, the Viper returning home. I wonder if it's to deal with the aggression that Hearttt is putting on himself here. Although, like I said, this is not crazy kinds of aggression here. And here we go, 4 scout cavalry in production for our blue Magyar. Remember, like I said, these are 15% cheaper. And here come the archers. They've revealed themselves, and they will kite these militia all day long. These militia are dead. But what's not dead from the Viper is these scout cavalry. Let's see what he can get done with them. For now, he's going up to 5. Okay. Blacksmith, more houses. He does not want to get supply blocked. He does not want to get housed. Adorable turtles here. For now, though, circling the north part of his opponent's base with these scouts. Let's see what he can get done here. This is a very interesting map with a very interesting matchup. I mean, Magyars, like I said, naturally, I think the better civ in the early to mid game. But if Hearttt can just survive until the, I guess, mid to late. Oh, Viper has to be careful here. Can't take any pokes and prods from the Spearman, although beautiful maneuvering by him, though, does end up losing one of his scout cavalry. Doesn't matter. He's got 3 more at home. Spearman goes down, and now these scout cavalry are going to run amok. Villagers being brought into the fray as well with their baskets. They say, get the F out of here. And now the Viper is running out onto the map. So he's going to have 6 scout cavalry. Okay. Investing heavily into feudal age aggression now. Of course, the second I say it doesn't look like either of them is. The Viper doubles down and goes up to 8 scout cavalry. Let's see what he decides to do. What kind of mess he decides to make here for his opponent. Spearman should be able to shoot some of these scout cav away, but he's got to be careful. You can't go 1 at a time. Building 2, going up to 7 archers. Not sure archers is the right move here for our red Malay. Okay. I think in one of my earlier videos a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a week or 2 ago, I was talking about how there's a lot of I've noticed a lot of players, what they try to do is kill the Viper in feudal age with a huge amount of cavalry, you know, scout cavalry, and then in castle light cav, if it even gets the castle. But the Viper here saying, you know what, I'm not going to give Hearttt the opportunity to do that. I'm going to do that to him. Now he's here with 6 scout cav, but what does he have to answer these archers and this Spearman? We'll see if anything. Let's take a look at his infrastructure. He's got 1 stable, a barracks, a blacksmith. But how's he going to respond to this? In the meantime, he is circling his opponent's base. Both players being annoying. Both players tickling away at each other's civilian population. Nice kill here for Hearttt. Viper takes an engage here. One spearman goes down, two spearmen go down, but take a look at how many scout cavalry it takes to get rid of these spearmen. Viper has to be careful. I mean, these are cheaper, remember, but you can't. They're cheaper is good, but not if you're going to keep losing them to an even cheaper unit, which is the spearman. And now he's surrounded his Hearttt. If Viper decides to bring these villagers, oh, he's trying to Viper gate his opponent in. Is Viper doesn't really need to. He's going to get the last archer, and with that death, all aggression here by Hearttt is now completely over. Hearttt, seeing all of these scout cavalry from his opponent, immediately begins walling off his base. Not a bad move here. Not a bad move at all, but is it too little too late? He needs to hurry up. What do we have here? 8 scout cavalry building a 9th. The Viper now starting to gather resources. He's at 500 food, 200 gold. He is going to go up to castle, way ahead of our red Malay player. Although, again, taking trades like this. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it would go much worse for the Viper here. Yeah, I wonder if Hearttt would have been better served just pumping out spearmen and not so many archers. Not too sure. Again, archers were the right move here. Okay, leaves 1 scout cavalry to tickle away at this market. And now he's got the resources, does Viper, to go up to castle. Remember, the second that the Magyars go up in age, they get that melee attack upgrade. It's for free. So the second he hits castle, he's going to get that +2 attack. Again, Viper, though, not being very judicious with his scout cavalry. That being said, does it even matter? Take a look at the kill count. He is double the kill count, but civilian-wise, both have only killed 4 of each other's villagers. Many, many blue dots streaming across the map here. I think Viper wants to end this when he hits castle, and I don't blame him. He's got a lot of mounted units here, going up to 11. He's doing a fantastic job, actually, of picking off these spearmen. Again, Hearttt just not conglomerating his spearmen at all, going one at a time with archer support. But again, archer support is not that great against scout cavalry. I mean, take a look at attacks on a 5, not a single bonus or attack feature against cavalry. But now Viper has to be careful. I mean, 2 spearmen. Take a look at the HP on his units. He's down 100 HP for these 4, but 2 fresh recruits have now shown up. 2 more I see streaming across the map. And let's see, he's building more and more stables. Okay, going up to 3 stables. The Viper wants to end this. Yeah, he does not. He's not interested in the late game. He does not want to face Malay battle elephants that come in at 40% discount at all. Although Hearttt finally has the resources almost to go up to castle himself. The Viper just hit castle, though. Hearttt a minute and a half behind. We'll see what the Viper can do with this advantage. Okay, siege workshop at the front. He's going to start knocking down these walls, these palisades, these houses, anything he can, I guess. But only 1 villager moving forward. Oh no, no! I was just about to say, oh god, and now these are light cav. Oh, I was just about to say, the one thing that Hearttt cannot risk is letting the Viper into his base right now. He hit castle first. He's hitting light cav. He's getting the upgrades. Take a look. Automatically gets the +2 attack upgrade here. In 8 seconds would have had the +2 defense. And now these feudal age archers are going to stand 0 chance against light cav. I mean, take a look. 80 HP against something that attacks on a 5 with 3 pierce armor. So each one of these arrows does 2 damage, which means you need 40 feudal age archers to one-shot a light cav. And by the way, in 8 seconds, that's going to be even worse because this pierce armor is going to be +2. So you're going to need 80 archers to one-shot a light cav. So, oh god, I was this happens sometimes where I'm right about to say something and then the players do it. But yeah, was a disaster for Hearttt. I think way too overinvested into archers. I wonder if it's because he thought his barricades, his palisades, his houses, his market would hold up more against these Magyar mounted units, and so he could stand behind them and just attack. But number one, he doesn't know that there's a siege workshop on the way. No, I mean, take a look. The Viper has kept him completely in the dark. This is Heartt's vision right now. He knows nothing, Jon Snow, of what is going on outside of his base. The Viper has complete map vision, complete map control, and just storms and swarms his opponent. What a beautiful clinic on how to use the cheaper Magyar light cavalry units in order to knock down your opponent. Like I said in the beginning, I think Hearttt here was the underdog in terms of the elo and in terms of the civ. I mean, he was heading up to castle, but little too late scenario here. And with these 5 inside his base, especially, look how far away they are from the spearmen. By the time the spearmen come here, all of these archers are going to be dead. And ultimately, the Viper just swarms his opponent, uses that wonderful Magyar civ feature of cheaper light cav units, breaks in. This was the big mistake here, I think, for Hearttt. I think he needed to pay a little bit more attention to his barricade, to his wall off. And the second he lost this one palisade, and the second the Viper got into his base, there was no other choice but to GG. I think he realized that there's no way. He was a minute and a half away from castle himself. And once he reached castle, I mean, what could he produce to compete with these cheaper, FYI, fully upgraded in 8 seconds, at least fully upgraded for castle age, light cavalry units that the Viper is just, believe me, going to continue streaming across the map. He's going up to 12. Even though his military count is much lower, the actual quality of the military is what really matters here. Like I said, once this upgrade finishes, you need 80 archers to kill 1 light cav, and that's just not happening. And Hearttt realizes it, chooses to live to fight another day, taps out. The Viper gets the W, but what a beautiful clinic on how to use Magyars for early game aggression. I love this game by Viper. Brilliant example. Not the longest game, 23.5 minutes. Not the usual game that I cast, but I think I'll post this game anyway, just because, again, sometimes it's fun to just watch a civ like the Magyars in the hands of an expert player like the Viper, who knows exactly how to use all their features, all their characteristics, and he pumps the gas, builds 3 stables, continues to build cheaper light cavalry, swarms his opponent, gets the W, but GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.